What's up, everybody? I hope everybody's having an awesome Saturday. Today's going to be kind of multiple streams today. You'll have to kind of bear with me because I'm not using my GoPro like I was planning to do. But I've been promising to do a loadout video for a while now, and well, honestly, I've been lazy, so so I'm not super prepared like I should be, and I apologize. Man, that light is bright, isn't it? Hold on, let me fix this light problem. Oh man, don't know how well this will work. It probably won't work at all. Yeah, it's been fun, I guess you could say. I really need to get a different set of lights. Cause, yeah. How well does that work? Does that work pretty good? Yeah, that works pretty good, I think. Yeah, for the most part. Cool. Anyways, as you can see, I'm in my Airsoft kit. I was planning to play today, and, well, I didn't, because, yeah. I just didn't feel like playing today. Anywho's, so, kit-wise, obviously, for those who don't know, I go by, part of Deathwatch 171 Airsoft, located in Oklahoma City. I am CEO of it. My partner, slash XO, slash partner CEO, because we're basically the same ring, Blueberry. Our experiences, we've both been playing Airsoft. Let's see here. My son is 10, so about 10 years. So we've both been playing for 10 years. Obviously, through the years, I've went through a lot of different guns trying to find the best loadout. Yes, been trying to find the best loadout, and that has been rough. Hopefully, I will save a little bit of time for those in the future who are just starting to play. Maybe you'll find something on my setup that you like and you'll use it yourself. If you do, hell yeah, man. If you don't, well, I understand. It's all good. Everybody's got their own perspective. I personally am a goofy shooter. I shoot left-handed. Background. Other than just playing Airsoft for the last 10 years, I am a member of the Army National Guard. I have been for the last 4 years. E5 sergeant. Basically, though, I'm artillery, king of battle, yo. So I can't say I necessarily have a lot of infantry training. No deployments as of yet. My counterpart, Blueberry, he at least 7 years in the military. He was an E5 drill sergeant. Yeah, now he's Blueberry. Love you, Blue. Anyways, we tend to try to play unique setups where we can, but there's always the tried and true base platforms. So we will start off with. By the way, my gear actually just changed 2 days ago. So we'll start with that. Weapon primaries. I actually have 2 secondary weapons, but we'll get to those in a little bit. Primary weapons. So during milsims, I run a Crytek CRB Mark II. It's using a DMR scope, up to ×4, with a side red dot. Now, for those of you who wonder what the purpose is, it's Airsoft. Why do you need a ×4? Well, to be honest, you don't. For the last 10 years, I usually only use red dots. I like red dots. They're the best. However, during milsims, I like to be able to zoom in a little better just to double check. Because sometimes, for those of you who play, you get foggy, you get dark, sometimes camo patterns blend. And with the DMR ×4, it's a little easier to identify your target before you waste them. Likewise, I am using a Maple Leaf Super Hop ASL, Maple Leaf ASL Super Hop 70 degree bucking with an Omega Platinum. Now, 70 degree bucking, that's a lot. The downside to that bucking is that anything less than 0.32s, and it's going to overhop basically at the default setting. I mean, I'm using 3.6s, and my gun set, my Crytek is set at 4. Yeah, I'm set 2. Sorry, I'm set at 2, and anything past 200 feet, and it overhops. So that says a lot. I'm actually planning to downgrade the 70 degree bucking to a 60 degree bucking. Hard type. I'm using a hard type 70 degree bucking. So as you can tell, that means it overhops hella hard, heavy BBs. Because of that, though, my average engagement is 200 feet minimum. Easily. I actually have to aim low to to engage any less because of the hop, which is great. I can't say I'm a super tech, but I'm a pretty damn decent shot. Those who know me at my local fields, JTC, Tactical in Biggs, Oklahoma, or T1, Airsoft in Oklahoma City, those who know me, they know I got some scary range with these little stubby guns. I do love my stubby gun, obviously. I've had different styles, tried and true. The best gun I've used since I started playing would definitely have to be Crytek's. A lot of people knock and say, well, it's a Crytek, la 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 la. Well, yeah, you can upgrade other guns to match a Crytek. However, you have to upgrade them. You gotta spend the time and the money. I mean, really, I didn't have to change the bucking or the nub in this. It shoots good either way. It has a built-in MOSFET, which ain't gonna be the best, but I mean, for what I do, it's perfect. I am planning to upgrade the motor on both of my weapons, which I'll show the other one in a minute, to a Ronin Warhead. It's a CNC 40K. A buddy of mine in Texas, 878. Shout out to Matt. You know, he's the manager of 878. He uses one for his P90, and it's glorious. Gives you a boiner just thinking about it. Anyways, so yeah, I use the standard Crytek Mark II, CRB Mark II. All I got, like I said, is the bucking and the nub change. Same stock barrel. Crytek barrels are glorious. You don't really need to change them. It shoots 385, 385 with .2s. Not 100% sure on that. It's been a minute. I believe it's 385. I'd have to. It's been a minute since I've chronoed it, like about 3 weeks. So, with this Crytek CRB, I'm running which is the new addition to my kit, a Novridge plate carrier. This plate carrier is crude solder color pattern. I don't know how well you can see it in the camera. It is a custom camo that the Novridge company made. It's kind of, I've always liked, it kind of reminds me of M81 in color patterns. I really like it. The great thing about this kit is that it has ventilated dummy plates. So I wish you guys could see it from the camera, but you can actually see through this plate carrier. I can see my monitor through it. The ventilated dummy plates make it very breathable. So in the high heat, high temperatures, it's not hot. You know, it's great. Obviously right now I have my next weapon on there, but I'm using Whippets. Obviously I got a Baofeng radio hand mic, which honestly, this is a $5 Baofeng hand mic. It sucks. I have to literally plug in a earplug in order to hear with it. It's absolutely freaking terrible. Don't buy this cheap hand mic from off Amazon. They don't work. And for the radio, I'm using a Baofeng UV5 pre-updates, whatever they are. I run personally. On my M4 getup, I run 9 mags, uh, 2 on my right, which you can't see too well, but they're on my right stand. Like I said, I'm a left-handed shooter, so 2 spare mags on my right. And then this is the Novridge interchangeable plate carrier. I literally can just clip it into my plate carrier, so it takes a whole, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, and bam. Now I can run an M4 on my plate carrier. So 22 seconds, and that's with me taking longer than I should, because I've only swapped it out a few times. I'm still getting used to it. I got my little tactical fanny pack on the front, mostly for my dead rag or admin bullshit. But I don't use it as often, obviously, unless I'm at a mil sim. Magazines, I've got 2 EPM 1s, 290 rounds. These are great. Downside to these is when you're loading them with an Odin, you can only, with your Odin, you need to only load it about till when it gets about the halfway mark or almost full. Once it starts getting tough, then you gotta finish topping it off with a speed loader. The springs are really strong. The next downside is the springs are so strong, if you do fill this all the way up to 290 rounds, your first 3 or 4 shots are going to be overfed shots, which sucks. So I usually only fill it about to the 80% marker, just to retain avoid the overfeeding issue. Magazines. I bought Banff Gen 2 magazines, brand new. They do not feed 3.2s or 3.6s. Brand new. They do not feed it. I think that fed 2 games, or 1 day. Yeah, 1 day. And after that, and this is with me emptying my mags every night. They wouldn't feed. They're terrible. I actually just took out all the springs on 9 of them so far, and put the Maple Leaf Super Spring in there. The downside to the Super String is that I think I went from 190 to 110 on most of my mags. I mean, I could probably shorten the spring and gain a better mag capacity, but I haven't went that far yet. I haven't actually been able to test them in the field, so I've shot them in my backyard, but I don't need my neighbors calling the police freaking out, so I don't do that often. But I run 9 of those, 8 to 9. I actually have 2 EPM 1s, 10 Banff Gen 2s, 4 Banff Gen 1s that I'm working to upgrade the springs on. Most mil sims, though, they only allow you to run 7 to 8 mags, so on a mil sim day, I only run 7. 6 on my front, and then I have 2 spare mag pouches on the side. And to be honest, the 2 mag pouches on the side they're just there for when I normally play normal play. Drop in and play, not the mil sims, because again, mag issues. Some mil sims allow you to carry extra mags. For the most part, it's 7 to 8 mags maximum. iPro, I have 2 different types of iPro. I've got my winter iPro, which is my Dye i4, this is the Dye i5. Dye i5 mask. For winter, it's great. I don't fog at all. It's not super hot. The downside to this is since I wear glasses, even though the mask doesn't fog, my glasses do, which is shitty. So I have a awesome X-Fog unit. For those of you who don't know, X-Fogs is king. Shout them out, look them up. They are great. Yeah, that's $80. The battery lasts me the whole weekend, 3 days of milsim. Never had any issues. Easy to recharge, quiet, it's not loud. It's LiPo powered, so you just plug and play. But yeah, my dye mask, and then I also run a military issued shooting glasses that I've had since basic training, 4 years now. Probably should upgrade eventually. Obviously, it's got my GoPro connector on the top of it. Typically, I just run a GoPro on my hat when I'm not running the dye mask. In the summer, I sweat too much, so I fog really freaking bad on the inside, which sucks. So if you wear glasses, you're going to probably fog in this. You got to run X-Fog, or you're going to have to coat your glasses with anti-fog or something. Other than that, though, this mask is actually really cool. I do like wearing it and running it in the winter / fall / spring. Saves me a lot of effort. Easy to clean, by the way. Yeah, I've sprayed. Typically for camo patterns, I run. It really just depends. Most milsims I go as brown team, so I'm usually running multicam. Usually for green team, I'm running M81. However, now that I have the crude solder, I'll probably start running that more often because I really like the camo pattern. Let's see here. Sidearm that I typically run with the M4. The sidearm I typically run is a Elite Force 1911. This one's relatively old, so the buttons kind of catches. Obviously, it's worn. I use it a lot. I also have a Matrix Kydex holster, right leg holster. I mean, well, right-handed, because I'm a left-handed shooter, but I've trained myself to shoot with my right hand for my offhand, just to make it a little easier when drawing as I go. Elite Force Max. I love the guns, but this was brand new 3 years ago, and I got it. It was leaking when I bought it. I haven't had time to really try and swap out the seals and see what the hell's going on with it. I've used this one for 2 to 3 years and never had any issues. So, 50-50 so far. The previous Elite Force 1911 I had that one. I had the Gen 1. This is the Gen 3. I never had any mag issues, to be honest. But the downside is after so long, like, buttons tight. I need to work on that. It's probably just because I haven't used my pistol in a long time. I've been running a different gun, so usually that shouldn't be that difficult. But yeah. As you can see, button's really tight. I need to probably take that apart and oil that. I do probably plan to retire this relatively soonish. Get me a new styled version, one that's easier to maintain. We'll see. For my lower half, see, I usually run that connected to this belt, shooting belt. However, I also run a Velcro belt and the Navarage Gen 3 battle belt. Now, this battle belt's freaking awesome. I have to say it's probably the coolest battle belt I've ever had. It's also relatively new. I've only been able to play in it once so far. Usually you'd strap this through your belt loops, obviously, not with what I'm doing. But, the Gen 3 battle belt actually has a Velcro lining on the inside of it. So, for those of you who know, your battle belt usually goes everywhere. This does not. Dump pouch, obviously, again, left-handed. I have two 6x6. They're either 6x6 or 8x8. I don't really remember, to be honest. The right side, first set of pocket I usually use for my hater and its disc, or extra mag for my 1911. The back one, I usually keep my deadlight in it. If I have a grenade, I'll throw a grenade in there. Helps protect it. Usually I keep my trimmer where it is. Oh. Trimmer. This is a it's a blank adapter. Quite loud. I don't know how well you can see it, but it's a little blank adapter. It's great. What am I using for it? I think it's 308 blank adapters, firing adapters, whatever they're called. 209 primers. Wow, I was totally wrong. I'm retarded. My apologies. 209 size firing primers. Super easy, super cheap. You can't buy them in the U.S. no more, which sucks. But yeah, this is for just water, or if I have one on my hater, I can throw my hater on it. It's just a basic 511 pouch. Milsim med pouch. Front half, I've got my tourniquets. Back half, again, it's a novice pouch. I do like the novice pouches. Their fucking novice shit is great. And it's cheap. It's not retarded. It has a phone protector that I can stick in there. That I can stick my phone in, and works out great. Love it. To each their own. I do not run anything on the back side just because I like to do a lot of rolling. But yeah, the battle belt has a 3-clip system, so you have to release the top, the bottom, and you got to release the front. Oh, so it's unclipped, obviously. I don't know how well you can see it, but it's unclipped. That the Velcro belt holds this. It's holding my weighted down because I got crap in both of these. It's holding it down, no issues. It's worth the purchase for those who might get it. It works really good. So, anywho's, moving on. I don't know how long this video is going to be. I'm hoping to at least make the 30-minute mark. Oh, yes. Next gun. My baby. This is my second loadout. This is the main reason I bought the Noverage plate carrier with the vented plates, because of the interchangeable dummy flap. And I can literally just plug and play this, and I'm good to go, which is awesome. Takes 20 seconds, as you saw earlier on the video. Running a Matrix T1 red dot, I think. I could be wrong. I've had this for like 5 years, so I don't remember. On a riser. All of my stuff, you'll notice, has risers on it, and the primary reason is I wear glasses. Not everybody needs it. I do, because I wear glasses, so it allows me to just bring up and sight in a little better. For those who know, if you wear sometimes, some people with glasses, those red dots, when you bring it up, it takes a second for your eye to adjust in that there's a red dot there. Stigmatisms, etc. So the riser really helps with that, because I can just bring it up and instantly know where that BB's going. Also kind of helps too, because all of my AEGs, that was not on safe. Good thing there's no battery. All of my AEGs right now have the 70-degree Maple Leaf ASL, AST, whatever it is, super hot bucking, and Omega Platinum. So even this thing does. So I have really, really far range. We'll see what my hop-up is for this one. This one I shoot mostly 3.6s out of. The other one's 3.2s and 3.6s. I think I was at 3.2s at that setting. For me, my current setting, it is... Damn, I can't really tell. Ugh. Let's see. Oop, that's... So my setting for this one is 1. I am set to 1 on my hop up, and anything past that it overhops. Now, originally I thought I actually installed the bucking wrong. For those who might say, I actually went through and had swapped this, rotated it just to double check, and it actually, when it's installed wrong, it shoots your BBs down instead of up. So, at least on this, I never tested on the M4. I run 7 mags, Crytek 200 round mags. Again, all the guns I've used over the years. I actually had a Tokyo Marui P90, and honestly, I can't really dish on the gun. It wasn't a bad weapon. Downside to that weapon is that the triggers sucked. They would go out. Yeah. I forgot to wipe my gun down after my last Milsim. It's got a little bit of white stuff on it from when I ran into a wall. Sorry, this is my baby. I wiped down everything but the front apparently. But anyways, so this Crytek P90. The reason I like this is my baby, is because it's got a digital trigger, which also has the standard Crytek MOSFET in it as well. The digital trigger pull on this is turned all the way down, so there's no trigger pull. I barely touch it and it'll shoot. Burst file, stinger file. I could do full auto, but right now it's set to single and burst. Can't tell you how it was done because I'm not a programmer when it comes to this. A friend of mine did it, and he does not want to be named. But obviously this weapon, you can't see it too well, but it's got some wear and tear. I mean, I've ran this weapon hard since it came out, like hard. I bought it last year around this time, and I've ran it hard. I've easily put 2, 4, 6, 8, 1,400, probably about 5,000 BBs through it each time I've played, because I go through a full bottle. I usually play every other weekend, so I've probably put up easily 50,000, 100,000 BBs through this, easily. There's not a lot of battery space, so I use a Titan 7.4 3000 mAh battery. Deans, obviously, everybody should run Deans in their life. It's great. Effective range on this. Actually, I think I have better range on this than I do my M4, which says a lot because it's stubbier. I do love my stubby guns. This one I've easily popped route shots 200, 250 feet, 300 feet, and that's not an exaggeration. A buddy of mine from JTC will be able to tell you. I shot him from, man, 400, 500 feet easily. Granted, that was not a straight shot. That was just a giggle shot, and I actually got him. But I got him, you know. I'm proud of that. The barrel on this, all Crytek barrels, I believe, are all 6.4, 6.5 barrel, or be wrong. I think they're 6.4. I do actually plan to upgrade this to a 6.3 barrel. I don't like 6.2s to jam too often for my liking, but I plan to upgrade this to a 6.3. This is also the gun I'm going to put the first Ronin warhead motor, or Ronin Warhead motor. Yeah, Ronin Warhead, whatever it is, in here. They're $200, so I gotta buy them at separate times. There is a mag in it, but there's no power source. So I mean, I just store it with the mag in there so that I don't have to lose it because I only run 6 pouches. Let's see here. The secondary I usually use with the P90 was an Elite Force Gen 2 Hater. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 10 discs for it. To be honest, it's not my favorite gun. It works as a good cheap secondary, but see that little belt clip? That does not fit on almost any belt I have. It freaking sucks. If I had a wider belt holder, I would be 100% down with that. But all of my tactical belts I run, they're too long for that. The only belt I can actually run through that is my military belt. Like, literally, that sucks. That's why it's not on my battle belt. Or it would be on my battle belt. The Hater is nice because it's cheap. Its secondary mags, they're cheap. I mean, 2 of these cost $10. 10 round mags each. 10 rounds each, which it may not be a lot, but there's 3 in my hand right now. Yeah. What? What?
Can I come in?
No. What do you need?
Snacks to my table.
Okay. Sasuke? Give it back. My oldest son's picking on my youngest son. But these are great because they're easy to store in dump pouches. They're easy to store in my side pouches. And they're not heavy. So I've got I've got 10 total. So I mean that's 100 BBs. And that's more than enough. The CO2 cartridges usually will last for all 10 before I actually need to replace it. Usually, sometimes more, sometimes a little less, depending on how hot and cold it is. I actually don't run tactical flashlights. I do have some, but to be honest, I don't like night games because my eyesight's terrible at night, and it fucks with my eyes really bad. Glasses. So I do have them, but I never use them. I try to avoid the night games for the most part. Let's see here. Oh, yeah. I do have 2 shotguns. Sima version 1. If anybody's seen the Police Academy, basically version 1 does not have this doesn't have a hop-up in it, sadly. I wish it did. If this thing had a hop-up in it, it would be one of my favorite guns. Back when they had the, I don't even know if there's anything in here. Shot. Nope. Okay, cool. They run shells, 30-shot shells. This gun's fun. It was great when Stockyards was in play because of the indoor field was awesome. The downside for that is that when the indoor field closed, shotguns became pretty much irrelevant in the state of Oklahoma because there's no indoor field. Another fun shotgun I have, which I haven't been playing in a while, to be honest. I'm kind of bummed about that. I have a Jagged Arms shotgun. Now this shotgun is HPA tapped, as you can see, and I can slam fire it. This also does not have a hop up. It can, however, fire 6 or 3 round bursts, which is cool. But yeah, it is an awesome gun. I haven't used this thing in forever, so I can't remember how to do it. Oh, there it is. What?
Sissy wasted Anna's drawing
Okay. It's HPA tapped. It has a sight rail, but to be honest, it's a shotgun. if you're using a red dot on a freaking stub-nosed shotgun, you're wrong. I don't care who you are, you're wrong. Obviously, it reloads easy. This gun is probably another one of my favorites, but since there's no indoor fields anymore, and very few fields are close. I mean, there is a field called Misfit, but I don't know. I haven't went out there yet. I probably should give them a more fair evaluation, but yeah, just like I said, I haven't went out there, so can't really tell you. It's an outdoor field, but it's all CQB, so maybe it's fine. I'll have to check it out. But the most I can obviously control the FPS on this. My P90 it shoots 398, and that was chronoed last month. And that's with massive wear. My spring strength has not went down, which is fucking amazing. Crytek did a great job on that. But yeah, so that's my loadouts for the most part. Can't really say. I mean, I can't say I'm a professional. I'm not an expert. I've been playing a long time. I'm decent. Some people would say I'm good. Some people say I'm bad. Some people say I don't call my hits. You got all those people. Whenever you're playing, obviously you should always call your hits. If you don't, I'll shoot you in your face. That's just, I'm a douchebag like that. Gloves. I run mechanic gloves. I've been playing Airsoft a lot of time. Love all my peoples. I typically go out to JTC in Banks, Oklahoma. I have not been able to get out there in the last 2 months, which has sucked. I'm hoping to get out there soon because, I miss my peeps. I miss all my peoples that are out there. Congrats, by the way, to Romo and his girl for tying the knot and getting married. Super awesome. They got married, I think, a couple weeks ago, so congratulations to them. I am planning to, probably in about 30 minutes, I'm going to start streaming Lord of the Rings online with a archer build, which I've not completed my Final Fantasy yet, but I've been grinding on a lot of my stuff, so I've been power grinding like hardcore. That's why I haven't done any streaming on Final Fantasy VII, because I haven't really went anywhere. I've been hardcore grinding inside the Ancient Forest and get Gelnica. I think I'm up to level 60s. Leveling up my materials. I gotta go to Buhagen and get his turn in several materia because I want to get the command materia. Yeah, good times, right? Obviously, if you have gear suggestions, I love listening to suggestions because, I've been playing a long time. That doesn't mean I know everything. I do plan to downgrade both of my buckings in my P90 and my M4 to 60-degree hard types just because I want to be able to shoot a little lighter BBs. I've started to notice that several fields I want to go play at have a maximum weight BB, which sucks. But there's several of them don't allow heavier than 3s and 3.2s. They don't allow heavier than 3, which my guns can't even shoot 3s. If I put a 3 through it, it just freaking midget hops up into the air and disappears, which sucks. So I do plan to downgrade to 60-degree hard types. Let's see here. Deathwatch 171 from Oklahoma is recruiting. We haven't got our patches made yet. The design is in. Which actually I could show you. I saved them. I already got my design in. I already got a guide on made. Which we're gonna actually have a guide on and guide on pull for when we go to Milsim events, just because I want to show us off. Let's see if I can find it. This, you can't really see it due to the camera, but it's actually based off of the Retributioners Warhammer pauldrons. It's going to actually be pauldron shaped, black and gold. It's going to be great. I'm super excited for it, for whenever it comes out. Yeah, so I'm hoping to have that by next month. We do plan to be recruiting once I put more information out, which hopefully will be next month. Me and my buddy were just kind of resetting. He just moved jobs, and me, I've been broke because I've been buying all this other airsoft shit. So I have not been able to get my patches done. I do want to appreciate those who hang out with us, who've been watching. I'm hoping to improve more, produce more videos. I haven't been able to put an airsoft video out in a while because I keep forgetting to charge my GoPro like a dummy. So I'm gonna get that charged soon. Eventually, I'm gonna get a gun cam. I had one before, but it was crappy. Like, I shoot so far you couldn't see. You just couldn't see like where the BBs were going, nothing. Which for me sucked. Because I want people to be able to see what I'm shooting, you know? I want people to see my gun hits. Because a lot of times when I shoot someone, and I know I can shoot them because I'm shooting them because they're doing the BB dance. For those who know, that's the those who know, you know, you've hit them because they're doing the BB dance, the BB shuffle, BB dance. I used to have a creative word for it, but I don't remember now. BB shuffle. We'll go with BB shuffle. I like BB shuffle. That's PC, I guess, politically correct. But you shoot them. And even with my GoPro, you can see them doing the BB shuffle, but you can't see the BB strike. And so I can't just say, well, they're cheating. So I plan to get a gun cam. I'll probably get that in January. The income taxes. I already got a couple ideas in mind that are CNC metaled, so they won't break down. I do hope to provide more videos soon. Like I said, this is just a short stream just for showing off my kit. If anybody has more into detailed questions about my kit, shoot me a message here or on Twitter, or you can find me on Facebook. It doesn't matter. You search Crux, you'll find me. So you can shoot me a message easily on Twitch or Twitter. I don't check Twitters often, so it might be a delayed response. I think I check it once a week. But if you just shoot me a message on Twitch, I'll figure it out. I'll get you taken care of. Discord. I do have a Discord that I'm a part of. However, it's not mine personally. My Guildage server is gilded.gg/D as in death, W as in watch, G as in gaming. So you're free at any time, which I will actually post that in the chat for you guys. This is actually going to be my that's actually my personal Gilded. You can hear my kids going wild in the background. I'm going to choke them out. Not really. Stay off me, big brother. I'm just joking. It's a joke. Calm down. I can already see liberals' brains exploding. It's a joke. They might choke me out. But, yeah. So, shoot me messages. I'll gladly get with you. I'll be back in about 20 minutes for Lord of the Rings. I appreciate anybody who stopped by and visited. If you like what you see, subscribe, like, whatever. Send me a message, suggestions, whatever. Till next time, see you in the field. Joe on True.